Welcome everyone to the MLTP Season 8 Week 4 matchup between the Myrtle Beach Merballs and Skillz the Killz. Joining me today for commentators is Espelnate. Say hello everyone.
Hey, that was pretty close.
I try my best. You want to give them the correct pronunciation?
I usually go with Espelnate. It's somewhere around there. I'm too white to get it 100%, but it's close.
So, starting out today, the Merballs will be on the red side at the beginning, with Skillz the Killz on the blue.
Yeah, and so currently we're talking about, this looks like MLTP Week 3, Spaceballs versus Parks and Rec. Is that the right game?
Let me change that in Twitch. 1 second, everyone.
Okay.
And that is why I have a helpful commentator to make...
That's all I'm going to do the whole time. I'm done now.
That in Twitch. 1 second, everyone.
Okay. But yeah, this is an exciting game. I think this is the game of the week. We got, the team Merbs are 4-1-1. Skillz the Killz is 4-2-0 or 4-0-2, depending on wherever you like to put ties. But this should be a really good game. We've got the two sort of big grab defenders, one on each side with Grief Seeds and Mr. Thought. We've got K-Pow going against his old team, the Merbs. He was sort of the team dad of all of us. We've got Dino, who is pretty terrible. He's sort of like the Victoria of Tag Pro. He just sort of gets carried to, wherever other better people want him to go. So this should be a really good game. What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a real close game. I mean, they're both 4-wins teams. 1 tie for the Merballs, 1 versus 2 for Skillz the Killz. Very close in points, very close in cap differential. And with Wormy being a pretty defense-heavy map, I expect, at least for this one, a relatively low-scoring, incredibly close game.
I think there's a decent chance of that. I also think there's a chance that I haven't gotten to see too much practice this week, but this is not the Merballs' best map. So there is a chance that they could struggle a little bit, but we'll see. And we're off, and we got some nice spawns for the mid-tag pro there. Balloon gets him out and has a nice tag pro lead so far. Oh, but they can't quite get around him. But then he sulks back to defense and doesn't let Mr. Thought get any returns.
Looks like we have a pretty solid reset here for the Merballs, but same on the Skillz the Killz side.
Yeah, both teams made some pretty nice returns. Grief with a nice boost return, and whoever it was on the Merbs with a nice return on Dino to sort of keep flag and base for the first sort of round. And here's Ballstar sort of out. He tries to usually going top on this map. Oftentimes you do a little stutter, then you go top. You'll be able to get to that boost, but Grief knows that, and he just didn't let him through.
Dino now with the flag for Skillz. He is able to get out through that boost. 2 Merballs in base, and he's got 2 guys chasing him, Mr. Thought and Ball on. Both excellent chasers, so...
Oh, that was a nice bomb, and this should be a cap. Yeah.
Good job by the Skillz the Killz to clear out that base. Both a good use of the bomb, nice timing there by the defenders.
Yeah, that was really well timed. And it definitely didn't seem like the Merballs were ready for that to happen at all.
Alright, just going to take a quick second here to refresh the map. I'm having a little bit of scoreboard issue here, so.
I see that Romulus is currently down 0-1, huh? Alright, oh, he makes a nice return there.
Sorry for that delay, everyone. Should be fixed now.
Dino with the solid K. Kenny
out.
is out somehow. And he's going to try for that whole side-to-side boost. Oh, he doesn't go for it. He elects to play it safe, as he usually does.
With 4 Merballs in base, it's a little bit of a tricky situation here. He's able to get... misses that boost, though, and Ballstar is able to get the return.
Yeah. And that's when you have a little puppy, and he's never really been outside, but you let him go outside, and he's really sort of uncomfortable with it. Kenny doesn't usually get that far away from the base with the flag, and you could tell he was excited, but he didn't know what to do. And
some
and
nice
here's another
cat. By these Skillz. They were able to grab those
right through.
They were able to grab those 2 juke juices, and I think that gave them an advantage both on the defense and offensive side there.
I think so, for sure.
Romulus tries to get out. He's returned. Checkmate coming in. Ballstar's blocked out. Should be an easy cap. 3-0 lead.
Yeah, things are not looking great so far for the Merbs. They're really going to have to just change something up. Maybe focus more on power-ups or something in order to get this game back. Not that they can't, because they've been making a habit of doing some comebacks in games.
Power-ups so far, as you guys can see, they're pretty heavily won by the Skillz. So, this time, though, Merballs are able to get both a rolling bomb and a juke juice, excuse me. Mr. Thought trying to get that bomb return on Checkmate. He cannot, but Ballstar is there for the return. Romulus, after the pop by ball on, he's out. Goes right back into base and gets returned by Dino. Checkmate.
Yeah, that was a tough situation there.
Checkmate was ahead of a whole bunch of Merballs, but they were able to get back and recover. Let's see if they can get the return here. Checkmate, excellent moves there.
Alright, and we're fighting for power-ups again.
Mr. Thought's able to grab a rolling bomb and gets the return as well. Ballstar with a rolling bomb for the Merballs as well. And
Alright, so that's 2 for the Merbs each of these last 2 times, but they keep getting killed from the bombs. So that's gonna continue to be an issue. But a nice bomb there, but it doesn't quite do enough. And Dino gets another cap.
Dino now with 3 of the caps for the Skillz that kills. He's really been doing a pretty excellent job here, holding the flag, and some poor grab timing and flashes for the Merballs has really been the difference here.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, you know, Dino's team is looking like Laura and Tyler, and, you know, the Merbs aren't.
Romulus trying to get out. He's able to use the boost to get out, but rolls right into a spike.
Yeah, and Merb's really struggling a little bit to get the flag out. Oh, Ballstar should be able to there. Can he get it to the other side of the map?
It looks like he's unable to. Gets returned by K. Ow. Mr. Thought gets the return on Dino up there at the top, but Checkmate with the flag. He's out of the base, past Ballstar, past Romulus. Just Mr. Thought to beat. This ball on is able to get by Kenny Powering, and Grief Seeds. But Grief Seeds with a nice return.
Grief on a map like Wormy is tough because he's got all those boosts that he can use on a small map like this, and he's really pretty relentless with that sort of thing. And he'll, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at, you're only a second away from him at any point in time.
Now with the return here, there could be a cap for the Merballs, but they're able to get there to the back-end base. Romulus still with the flag, getting chased by Grief Seeds with that Juke Juice. Blocked down by Balloon. Balloon. Romulus is still waiting. This is been the closest the Merballs have been to a cap so far this half. Almost had it with if they had been able to get that return there, but Checkmate gets that return on Romulus.
Wow, and Grief Seeds with the return there, it was not something that I was not expecting that to happen. It didn't look like he was going to be able to, but he somehow snuck through whoever that was on the Merbs and managed to get him around him to get the return. Oh, and there have been 2 power-ups, 2 tag pros that have been sitting there for a little bit, which is a little surprising. Both teams able to get 1 each, although that gives the Merbs 2. Some good counting. Both flags look relatively out. Ooh, Mr. Thought trying to do a fancy boost there, ends up spiking himself. Ballstar going for the kiss there. I guess he figured he was probably going to die anyways. Oh, this could be... Oh, Romulus is unable to get that block on Dino with the Juke Juice. And, oof, that really would have been helpful for them to get a little momentum going into the next game and get 1 cap. And they still have a chance to here, but it's not looking good. Alright. Need to get some good blocks. Dino's looking at that bomb. They're gonna be able to
3, 2,
they have not. Merballs have not been doing well at, you know, just dealing with those bombs. And it is a 5-0 game.
The pups at the end were almost exactly even, so the Merballs are able to remedy that, but weren't able to take advantage of them.
Yeah. It was a tough game, and on a map like Wormy, 5-0 isn't really something you want to see. You know, it's oftentimes one of those. It can be defensive, but it can also be very chasey, and so it can be tough to get enough resets to get 5 caps. But it looks similar to what it was last week on Wormy, where the Merballs offensive players are just going out right into sniping lanes. And, you know, someone like Grief especially is going to just go and snipe you when he gets just that little opportunity, and then all of a sudden you reset. And you combine that with it looks like a little struggle getting out of base. You know, it's tough.
Alright, switch here in the servers, so going to the Pi server now. Merballs are a Pi team, if I'm not mistaken, where Skills That Kill is Radius.
Yes, that would be correct. Now here's the fun fact, is that week 1 I was just watching in the group links with the teams, and I didn't realize that getting stats was based off of something to do with the groups. So once everybody left the group, I became the leader of it, and I decided to start a few games of Caravan, and it apparently almost completely destroyed all of the stats for week 1. So that's just a fun story for everybody. All 26 people that are here that we all greatly appreciate all of your time.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be starting here shortly.
Yeah. Dino talking a lot of shit in chat. That's what he likes to do. Saying Merballs went full will. Not entirely sure who he's referring to, but... Alright, so what do you think that the Merballs are going to have to change in this half to try and come back somehow?
Those most of those caps that they gave up were on a regrab train. They didn't get reset very quickly. They were able to allow them to keep getting out with the flag. Bomb awareness seemed to be a real issue with them, where either they'd hit a bomb and it would go off, or they wouldn't be aware that they needed to defuse. So we're just about to start here. Let me sneak that in here.
Yeah, and I don't know the stats. I didn't quite look at the end, but I would guess that the Merballs killed themselves just randomly a lot more than Skillz that Killz did. Just like you said with that bomb awareness, with those bombs just sort of being near spikes when they went off and dying because of that, and that can be a real killer on a map like this. Alright, and I did not go into spec into the group, so I just got into it because I'm a genius. Looks like it's still 0-0 though.
Kenny Powers is carrying the flag for Skillz that Killz.
Is he going to actually try for that whole boost this time? Oh, he goes for it. Oh, Ballstar gets out nicely.
Good move by Ballstar, able to get out of base there. Romulus with a nice return though. Here's Merballs having a nice opportunity there, but stopping for power-ups. Mr. Thought.
Ooh. Mr. Thought unable to get either of those power-ups that time. Kind of stuck in between two.
Need a little bit more, either staying on one side or staying on the other. Just had to pick one to fight for.
Yeah. Not a huge fan of that boost from Rom there, but it relatively seems to work out. They don't get reset. K-Pow with the flag some more. We're going to see how much flag carrying he's going to do. Seems to be doing a pretty decent job of it. Oh, they're playing anti. Oh, and this could be another cap. Oh, and Kenny scores. They were playing anti, and it kind of looked like the Merballs were too. It was a very strange situation. I don't know what was going on there, but ultimately it led to a Skillz and Killz cap. Alright, Ballstar looking for the kiss there. He might just want to try and go on offense with it though. Oh, and gets killed by Dino unluckily.
Sorry for that delay in commentary, folks. I was having a little bit of issues with my stream. I was able to correct those, though.
That's good, and we're all very glad to hear it.
Now, Checkmate with the flag, able to get around Mr. Thought. Balloon, though, there for the contain. Dino now, he's getting out. Let's see if he's able to continue that. Mr. Thought, good return. Now here come the Merballs trying to get those power-ups. Romulus spikes himself.
Oh, Balloon with the nice little juke around Checkmate to get the tag pro, and we'll see what he can do with it. Oh, and again, that bomb awareness, and this is going to turn around, and oh, Romulus almost gets it, but it becomes another cap for Skillz that Kills, and it's 7-0 now.
Once again, that bomb awareness has really been the Merballs' issue. Is just not watching or just not practicing with the bombs enough to see. Here, though, this is a real opportunity.
Could be a cap.
And it will be.
And there's the first one. Yeah, and that last Skills that Kills one was one of those things where, you know, you're down by 6. If you've got that Tag Pro lead, you know, you really just want to not stay on re, and you want to be a little riskier and try and lead them, and it just ended up being, you know, sort of bad luck / bomb awareness that it happened, and it led to a cap for the other team. Alright, well, Merballs do a good job on power-ups. Balloon kills himself. But other than that, doing pretty well.
K-Pow looking to get out. He is able to get out of base, but Mr. Thought able to push him back behind, which is a pretty smart move there by him.
Yeah, they just really need to get this return, but it's not going to happen. K-Pow with the kiss.
Smart bomb used by Ball on there. Balloon. I'm going to call them both interchangeably, so apologies for anyone who wanted consistent naming for Mr. Balloon.
He gets pretty offended by that. Oh, look at that! Look at that timing!
Excellent timing there by
And Dino
Skillz.
comes in to, oh, and this is going to be just another one, and it is now 9-1.
The regrab and the bombs have been the Merballs' biggest enemies here. Just unable to...
You can tell that Skills that Kills have really practiced sort of that bomb timing, and, you know, Dino boosting in at the right time with that bomb, and I don't know if that's something the Merballs have practiced or not, but they're not doing, you know, quite as well with that.
And this map is just not the Merballs' forte, and I'm pretty sure that's as obvious as could be.
Yeah, and it's one of those worrying things because this is, you know, an important map. There's a very decent chance of this being a playoff map, you know.
Absolutely.
And so if you want to get far in the playoffs, this is a map you're going to have to get good at.
There's another opportunity for him.
Oh, this should be a cap. Oh,
Dino's able to get that grab. Mr. Thought just couldn't hold him off it for long enough.
He could have held off the one, but then Grief Seeds came in and pushed down, and the two of them were just enough to... Oh, and this... Ooh.
Oh, unfortunate timing there. K-Pow now in base for the Skills that Kills with that Tag Pro.
Yeah, and that was a nice try on the boost there by Rom. He hit the nice corner and almost got around 3, but wasn't quite able to do it.
Ballstar, he's getting out. He's able to get by Grief Seeds, but Grief Seeds, remaining patient, gets the return. Now Dino out for the Skills that Kills.
Yeah, and the Merballs seem to be, when they get out of base, they seem to be getting out more sort of on the outside, and then they're not really, you know, truly out. Oh, and here's another cap. It's 10-1. And so Grief and K-Pow are doing a very good job of containing and sort of both being there, and that's a nice snipe by Mr. Thought. That's some ridiculous shit. And this could be, it's that bomb again though. Oh, ooh, and the snipe, and they're able to get out. But they're doing a great job containing, and so it's really difficult to get truly out against them.
Absolutely. They're really containing very hard on that inside, forcing the Merballs out and giving them an opportunity to chase. Here's another cap, though, for the Skills that Kills. Romulus is unable to avoid the Kenny Powers and Grief Seeds block.
Yeah, and I would like to mention that I did call this, and say that there was a decent chance that they were going to get blown out, and that's exactly what happened.
Excellent, excellent forecasting there, Espel.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Romulus trying to get
a nice
in,
boost, and
he should.
That's a cap.
Cuts their cap differential now to 11-2 for a total of 9 for this half. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go.
Sounds a lot better than 10, right?
At least it's still single digits, that's right.
Exactly, exactly.
Checking the scoreboard here real quick. We're going to take a look at the stats for everyone before this last minute finishes. Pretty much red across the board in terms of the returns from Grief Seeds. Captures Dino, K-Pow, and Checkinate all have some for the Skillz that Kills. Hold though, Romulus is able to take the leading hold with over 2 minutes.
Tries to get around Dino, but he can't. And yeah, this half it's kind of looked like, you know, Merballs have been caught looking sometimes. They've been caught like Libby and CJ taking those train selfies. Ooh, Romulus with that boost, that nice split, but he's not able to get around Checkmate.
And now Kenny
Powers. But he still has the flag. What?
Kenny Powers with that tag pro though is might be a little bit too tough for the Merballs to contain. He's leading Checkmate in. Romulus though has been keeping the Merballs alive, and there goes a tag by Kenny Powers with that tag bro right before the end of the half, pushing it 7-2 for this half, and a total of excuse me, and a total of 12-2 overall.
Yeah, and we're back to those double digits. And we see here, yeah, Dino with 3 caps, Checkmate with 3 caps as well. Power Up still looks relatively even. But yeah, which means it wasn't Power Ups, they just sort of got outplayed, you know?
Absolutely.
This is the point in time where if K-Pow was still on the Merballs, he would come in and he would say, he wouldn't be mad, he'd just be really disappointed.
Like a father?
Yeah, yeah, he'd be like, well, guys, so that wasn't great. That was, you know, you guys were shit. And then we'd go, but you know, it's another game. Dance is going for him to be subbed in for Ballstar. I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see. How's everybody doing in the chat? We're up to 39 people, by the way. Have you tried like this?
I will not. I like to keep all of my stuff free. I do it as a service to the Tag Pro community. Also, I don't quite think I'm good enough to charge money and have people stick around yet. So...
well, if you just run ads, you know. Just, I mean, 39 people, you get like $2 for each person, that's $78.
Any comments from the stream? We're happy to hear them now. We're having a little bit of a pause here between the half. We're staying on the Pi server for this half, so possible advantage here for the Merballs being on their home server and going to a new map. Hopefully they're able to restore their confidence. It's always a little bit of a disappointment when you get absolutely crushed by another team. So here's this change in map might do the Merballs some good if they're able to put that Wormy game behind them.
Yeah. And I do think that this should be a closer game, because like I said, it's something about Wormy, you know? There's, you know, the classic movie, it's just a team that is... there's just something that they haven't quite figured out about it, you know? And I'm not saying that I know what it is, because I don't know either. I probably would have been like, here's the secret to all your problems. But that hasn't happened, so there's just something that, you know, about that map that they're going to need to figure out by playoff time.
Now, on Iron, one of the things that I think is the most key is that gate control. So we'll see how these teams are able to use that gate to their advantage.
Oh, for sure. The gate can be, I think it's one of those things where it can be very important. You can also just completely outplay the other team without it. And if you can get out without the gate, that's great. And you can still, you know, get caps. But if you can do it, like, you know, if the game is tight and you are able to use that gate successfully to get out or to sort of, you know, let them come in to get the cap, it can really sort of change the game. Alright, and we've started.
This is Dino's unable to get past Balloon, so. And Mr. Thought and Romulus trying for the contain on checkmate, and they've got it.
Yeah, and this is one of those maps also where you really... Oh, and a nice bomb from Ballstar. He's out past 2. Oh, there's a nice boost. He's coming in that he's not going to be able to get the cap there. It's tough on this map because if you go top there like he did, then it just gives everybody else a chance to catch up. And that's sort of what happened. And then it's incredibly difficult to score past with 4 on this map. Ooh, Balloon killing him.
Pushes him
Balloon decided that he does not like Ballstar, potentially because, you know, he blames them for that 12-2 half. I don't know. He is pretty vengeful like that, though.
I heard he accidentally saw him touching someone else's balls and got jealous, so...
It's very possible. You know, he's a very strange guy.
K-Pow trying to get out. Romulus staying on defense for now. Gets the return. Trying to get him into base. Balloon with a nice return there. Ballstar. This is his chance to get into base right now if he comes. Checkmate though. Excellent positioning. Romulus. He's able to get by. Here's the return. Able to get that cap.
Beautiful.
Mr.
Beautiful
Thought
timing there.
With the flag.
Alright, Mr. Thought likes to force it. He likes to shove it in there.
Yep.
So we'll see what he does. He's probably just going to go for the straight boost. Yep. But they got it covered.
Dino looks like he's going to try to use that bomb out right now. Waiting for checkmate.
Yep.
Mr. Thought able to grab that tag pro. Grief Seeds with the tag pro as well.
And and this could be
dangerous.
This could be huge.
Dangerous situation.
Oh, he's going to be able to get out.
He is. Romulus got to stay alive here. He does. He avoids Grief Seeds. Good job by Romulus.
Rom has some really fantastic technical skill, but then sometimes shit like that happens in the middle of this map. You know,
unfortunate boost.
Ballstar needs to stay alive here. He's not going to be able to. Balloon. Okay, Balloon does a nice job there. He staying alive.
Yeah, he holds off that block very well. Dino trying to boost up. Ballstar was there, forces him into the spike.
Dino with the FJ. As most people know, that stands for Final Jeopardy. And he showcases how upset he is with himself. Ooh, Romulus trying to get the button there, but ends up killing himself. That's a dangerous move because then you both die, and if the guy gets out, then you're kind of screwed.
Checkmate able to grab that rolling bomb. Romulus wins that mid power up. He gets a juke juice, and Grief Seeds is also with a rolling bomb for the skills that kills.
Ooh.
He kept
Romulus with the nice out.
He's unable to get by checkmate though.
Almost. I'm impressed with their ability to get out on this map though. This is one of those maps where you want to rely on your Grief Seeds or Mr. Thought, you know, your big return guy, to really sort of hold it down and just destroy people. But so far, the Merbs have been able to get the flag out a decent amount of time. A surprising amount, I'd say.
Dino with some jukes up in the corner. He gets returned by Mr. Thought. Nice job pushing, excuse me, nice job pushing him into the spike there by the other Merballs defender. So here we go, another power-up battle. 4 in that mid power-up. Ballstar, checkmate, Mr. Thought, and Dino all going for it. Looks like Mr. Thought's able to get it. Balloon is able to get that tag pro. So if the Merballs have a chance here to make something out of this, Balloon sitting on that flag, they're not going to be able to take it out. Grief Seeds, though, able to get the return for the skills that kills.
Ooh, Ballstar with some nice bombs, but Not quite able to get out there. Well, let's see what Rom can do.
He avoided that snipe
quite.
by Grief Seeds, but Grief Seeds remained patient and got the return.
And you can see the Skillz that Killz offense has been, this is sort of what happens, is that you're struggling to get out the normal way, and so the past couple times they've been trying more for that gate play. It's sort of what I said, where it's not necessarily like the #1 thing that you want to try, but if you're struggling to do other stuff, then, you know, it's another alternative.
Mr. Thought overcommits on the Dino fake, but he's there once again. Excellent patience here from the Merballs' defensive pairing. They've really been holding down Skillz the Kill on this map. Romulus gets...
Yeah, they've been doing fantastically.
Nice snipe there by Grief Seeds. Able to get him. Ballstar, he's got the juke juice. He's trying to get out. He's not able to, though. Romulus, what a nice split, but he can't do it again. Tries for 2. A little bit too risky there. Dino, he's out.
Ooh.
Past 3. Let's see if he can make it. Ballstar.
Nope, Balloon's got that angle.
Good angle by Balloon.
And then kills himself to get right back there.
It was a nice tactical decision there by Balloon.
Yeah, offense scares him.
I hope everyone likes the ducks.
Ballstar almost gets Rom out with the gate there. Oh wow, oh! That was weird as shit. Some weird shit happens in that middle there.
Rom.
Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Wanted that boost, didn't take it. 4 ahead of him now.
Ooh,
nice
boost again.
He's only got 3. Let's see if he can do it. Looks like he put himself in the corner.
But he's got that regrab train going, which is good. And he's about to get... Nope. Gets past Grief.
Grief, though,
and gets sniped. Yeah, Ballstar just clipped that edge there. And it slowed him down enough for Grief to get him.
Another power-up battle, this time up in the top corner. Dino's able to win it. Rom pushes them out of the way. Hopefully trying to hope Ballstar get out. Ballstar able to get past Grief Seeds. Can't get past Kenny Powers. He's looping around again. Dino with some nice jukes, using that juke juice pretty effectively.
This could be a dangerous situation, but Romulus is able to get out. A nice little stutter step around Grief.
Grief spiked himself there. He's got to get on chasing. It's just Kenny Powers now. He's able to get there. Romulus not able to avoid him. Checkmate going up. Mr. Thought gets the return, and we're Kenny Powers with the flag now.
Yeah, it looks like, yep, we've got resets back on both sides.
Under 2 minutes left to play. Once again, pretty even match. This looks like the Merballs that we've come to see in the standings so far this season. That quite an anomaly of the Wormy game. Now this time the Skillz that Killz able to get all 3 powers up. 3 juke juice, 2 of them picked up by Kenny.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do anything with it, but nope, Dino just kind of runs in and gets that sort of angsty grab, and is unable to. But yeah, and this is also, you know, 1-0 is sort of what you sometimes expect to see from Iron. It's a relatively defensive map as, oh, let's see if Rom can get past Cape out here.
Ballstar's able to
he's
hold
coming
him up.
in.
Balloon with the block on checkmate.
He's got an angle here. Ooh, I see what he was going for there. He was trying to hit off his own teammate and in, but couldn't quite get it.
Grief Seeds gets the return and then picks up that juke juice. Checkmate, trying to get out. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
He's
this is going to be a
3.
this is going to be a
He's past
cap.
4. It's with us, he misses it completely. That's a straight in cap to tie the game.
And a nice block there from Greasy. Oh, this might be another cap. This is going to be another cap. You guys got to get to the fucking...
Nope.
Yep.
Mr. Thought's unable to get there. Kenny Powers is the tag pro. Unfortunate spiking for Merballs as they give up that lead in the last minute. 2-1 Skillz that Killz. Unless there's some drastic change, this is probably how the game's going to end.
Ooh, checkmate's coming in though.
He's unable to get by Ballstar.
And it's going to end up 2-1.
Romulus with the kept flag there, right at the end.
Very important.
Yeah, excellent.
So yeah,
excellent blocks there by Grief at the end, able to spring his other two guys. They were able to hold up the Merballs in that center lane and top lane. Didn't allow him to get angles. It's really what gave him that two caps right there at the end.
Yeah, and you know the Merballs were really holding it down for the large majority of that game. And the defense was doing great, and you know they weren't spiking themselves as much as they were doing on Wormy, but that all just kind of fell apart. You know, it's one of those things where someone gets one cap, and then you're in an unfortunate situation. I think 2 people spiked on that spike in the base. Grief just pushed a couple people in there, and then one of them went for the power up, but the other guy got it, so then he just killed him because it was a tag pro. And then suddenly he was past 4, and it was the second cap. And I would have liked to see them, Skillz that Killz, use the gate there, because if Grief, instead of sort of blocking there, had just been sitting on the button, they could have much more easily gotten through the gate and not had to worry about blocking Mr. Thought and almost getting returned. Alright, I'm in the spectator spot, so I will be able to see it when it starts. Which is very important.
This is going to be the final half of this matchup between the Merballs and Skillz that Killz. Only a 1 cap differential here in this half. So they should be able to make a comeback here.
Oh yeah, this is definitely either team could win it very easily.
Merballs seem to have the advantage almost entirety of the game, but some unfortunate spikings, a couple of flaccid grabs, and that was all the Skillz that Killz needed for the turnaround.
Yeah. Alright, well here we go. I'm excited to see what happens this half. And we got everybody with their little heart flares, which is adorable.
Three, two, one.
Grief a little late into that button. Ballstar gets it, but it's a rolling bomb, and he decides to kill himself with it. It's tough because you really want to, you know, avoid getting hit, and that's a good way to avoid it, but you only get 20 seconds with it, but it allows him to get out as long as Romulus doesn't keep him from getting out. Now he's past 3.
Now here's it looks like he's going for the kiss here, but Grief Seeds is able to get their
choice. And the Merballs are in a good position as long as they can actually get Dino, and they can.
Trying to get those blocks. 3 in the base. Romulus, he's trying to boost straight down. Ballstar,
and this is one of
unable to get out.
Yeah, and they're reset now. And this is one of those things where, you know, you just have to communicate with your team. You know, where can I come in, where can I not? I would have liked to see Rom be a little more patient there, especially since they were playing anti. And, you know, hold the flag for a little bit. Oh, this looks like it should be a cap, but we'll see. And it is. Nice tag pro lead there from K-Pow, and it's 3-1.
Mr. Thought, he's trying to get out. Contained by Grief Seeds and K-Pow, though. Merballs really need a confidence booster here, or they're facing an even bigger deficit. Dino trying to get that gate. Balloon, though, is able to push him off that button.
Yeah, they were about half a tile there from another cap, but they weren't quite able to get it.
Here comes some power-up battles again up in that top corner. 2 tag pros picked up by Skillz. A rolling bomb for the Merballs that's almost instantly diffused. Here comes another tag pro lead with a tag pro follow, essentially. K-Pow clearing out the base. Checknate trying to get by.
Oh, and this is where Checknate wants the gate. He wants somebody to be on the gate.
And a
but
boost
nobody is.
into that spike there at the middle. If he had a gate, that would have been a cap there for Skillz.
Yeah, and that was actually a play I've seen the Merballs work on. They coordinate those 3 deaths in such a way that it causes the flag carrier to die, and that was well done by them. They've been doing that in practice consistently all week.
Reset again here at the base. Couple of power-up battles looking to happen. Romulus fighting Dino for that mid. Romulus is able to get it, though. K-Pow grabbing the Juke Juice, and Checkmate gets a rolling bomb diffused almost instantly again. This is a good opportunity, though, for the Merballs. Romulus goes Flag Pro, though. Not sure if that was what they intended, but Checkmate's also out for Skillz that Kills. Grief Seats contains him. K-Pow trying to get that button. Unable to, though. Nice defense there by the Merballs to hold him off that button.
Yeah, and grabbing with Flag Pro isn't always a terrible idea. If you can kill, he killed one, and if he just killed himself immediately and gotten a little bit better spawn from the other guy, then it would have been past 2, and you had a tag pro in base, and it could have been a pretty easy cap. But that's largely just luck in some ways, and also that Skillz that were able to get out. But what could have been a smart decision from Rom looked like potentially not a good one. Wow!
Dino's able to sneak
whip
that
on
power
that tag pro, and Dino gets it.
This is not a good situation here for the Merballs.
No. Could be a lot worse. Grief could have not completely fucked up that boost, but they get the cap anyways, and it's 4-1.
I think what we're seeing here is a Merballs team that their confidence just took one too many shots, unable to really come back from. Just seeing some poor decision making, some whiffs on boosts, and even whiffing on the power-ups as well.
Yeah, and it's tough. And this is the sort of situation, getting those 2 caps against you in the end of the last half. Last season, I would have gone in and been like, guys, it's going to be okay. You have me on your team, so everything's going to be fine. But they just don't quite have that arrogant voice this year. So it might, be a little tougher for them.
Yeah, they pretty much what you're hearing today, folks, is that if you don't have Escalante on your team, you just can't come back. So anyone who's down the first half of an MLTP game, just immediately grab Escalante for your team, and it's a guaranteed win.
Yeah, pretty much. I appreciate that.
Ballstar, he's able to get out past 2.
Oh, nice.
But so is
from
Dino.
There.
Walks right into a spike, though.
And this could be promising. Mr. Thought, you gotta get him. You gotta get down there. You gotta get down there. You can't just be sitting around like fucking, I hope K-Pow just messes up. You gotta fucking get on him. And he doesn't, and now Rom is not gonna be able to get the cap.
But he might be able to grab that rolling bomb. He can. If he can get his own return here, this is what he's looking for. K-Pow able to use that bomb, though, and get out. Nice job by K-Pow. Grief Seats.
Yeah, that's tough.
Dino with that tag pro. Rom's waiting for it. He's not going to get that return that he needs. and he gets returned himself here.
Gosh, and that was also one of those, unfortunate, I think, desperation plays where if you weren't so concerned about getting a cap, Rom might have been a little bit more patient with the rolling bomb. And another cap, and let sort of the two people try and get the guy. Instead, Rom is like, damn it, we need a cap now. I'm going to just boost in and hope I get this guy. We see our first successful actual gate play of the game.
And this should be a cap here if
Rom messes up. Dino can't quite get it.
Just missed that flag tile. Trying to get it on the corner and just couldn't clip it. Merballs here trying to get those pups. They get 3 of them, all 3 pups for the Merballs. But can they get anything out of them is the question that we're asking here.
Dino says, please, bench. Which I agree with. But yeah, what was looking like a really close game at the beginning of this half turned out not to be. So far, they can still come back.
Still time here, but you're talking miracle level status now instead of reasonable, attainable scores. They're down by 4. It's a 5-1 game here on Iron, so to tie they need 4 caps, and for a win they'll need 5. Not something that I see happening.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
Another successful gate there by Skillz the Killz. They're getting a little bit on the cocky side. They know they've got this in the bag. They're just taking some risky strats, hoping to extend their lead. Balloon, though, with the Tag Pro lead, gets a return. He needs to get checkmate here. Mr. Thought going up. Is he able to get checkmate? No, he can't. Checkmate, excellent use of those boosts, and the Merballs, every promising opportunity we've seen from the Merballs has just ended up poorly, unable to capitalize.
Yep, this should be a cap. No.
He's out of base now. Balloon is past 1, 2, and checkmate with that angle, unable to get it. Romulus containing Dino. Mr. Thought walks right into Grief Seeds. Looks like, unless something drastic happens, these last 40 seconds are going to go to the Skillz that Killz.
Yeah, and they're going to take both games in decisive fashion. And I think this might be one of those things where some people are tempted to say, the Merballs are just as bad as Bad News Balls or something like that. But I don't think that's the case, I think Wormy is just Wormy, and then this, they were doing great up 1-0 for 9 minutes, and then something happened,
Absolutely. Once again, I'd like to thank all the viewers here for joining us. Witnessed a pretty sound victory by Skillz that Killz. Merballs just unable to get their heads back in the game after they go down 2-1 in the second half. And Skillz that Killz just continued the romp that they had been putting on Wormy on Iron.
Yeah. Do you have any sound effects that might represent how well Merballs did this game? Or this week?
Yes, I do. So let me set that up for you guys now. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna have a quick post-game interview, hopefully with one member of the Merballs and one member of Skillz that Killz.
That's what we did last week, and I'd love if... So last week the person on the all caps came in and afterwards just complimented me to no end, and it was fantastic. And I'd love if whoever comes in from Skillz that Killz could do the same this week after the stream is over. Uh-oh, people are trying to steal your identity, by the way, on the stream.
Yeah, I know what that was. Don't worry. You can't see anything through there. Thanks, okay then, Tag Pro.
Alright, does the stream have any thoughts? What are you guys thinking? No, the stream doesn't have any thoughts. They're all done. They're all going on to other games. Lag-prone versus 30 seconds with an interesting game where it appears that they simply decided to not play Game 1 Half 1 at all. And then Game 1 Half 2 is now currently 1-0 for 30 seconds. Yeah, Merbs versus Skillz that Kills, we know. Boost and Dynamo splits with the Adrenaline Spikes. Adrenaline Spikes able to go 7-3. And what do we got? We got, it looks like Ty, their new guy that, or no, never mind, that's not right at all. Would Tag Up, Turn Up with 2 caps in the second half. Okay. Wait.
For our post-game interview. So that's going to be the end of our stream here. Playing the duck sounds for the Merballs. I hope they like it here. Thanks for joining us. This is Second Escalante. Going to be signing off here. Go check out the other MLTP games. We hope you join us again next time. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, bye.